Hey, this is Matias Rengel with Guitar Control, and today we're going to be exploring different type of riffs that you can play on guitar. These are classic riffs, different techniques that have been used all throughout time. Let's get down to it. There's a link in the description, so make sure you click on it or tap on it so you can download the tab and follow along with this video. Let's go. Alright, so the first riff that we're going to be checking out, we're going to be exploring a classic riff that has a pedal note and changes different chords. So what do I mean by this? Something like this, check it out. So in this riff, what we have one note that acts as the bass, and the chords on top are changing. This is a very popular riff that was used especially during the 80s and 90s. So why don't we get into it? So for example, let's say that we have a chord progression A, then we have a C major, after that we have a G major, and after that we have an E major. So let's say that we grab the A, which is the open fifth, and what we want to do is we want to play all the chords keeping this A open. So we start with the A major. For that we have the second fret of the fourth, third, and second string. And then what we're going to do, since we know that this is an A major, we know that this is a, if we move it one fret up, we know that this is an A sharp, okay? This is a B, and this is a C then. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this one, but we're going to remove this finger from here and leave it open like that, with the open fifth. So the next one that we're going to do, we're going to play a G. So I'm going to play this type of G right here. Okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab from this G, I'm going to grab the fourth, third, and second string, what I'm playing right there. This is a G, and I'm going to grab the fifth fret, fourth fret, and third fret. Okay, so we have it. And now for the final one, I'm going to grab this one that I had already. Remember, this was a C. And we don't have to press this one. We just know that this is a C that we were playing, right? The second one. So what I'm going to do C sharp, D, D sharp, E. So we have our A, our C over A, our G over A, our E over A. So what you can do to play this, you can do two muted open fifth, like two muted fifth, like. So you do 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, 3, hit, okay? And there you have it. That's riff number one. Now, for the second riff, we're going to focus on a very popular type of riff, especially in metal, and it's going to involve outlining the chords only using single notes. So for example, let's say that we have a progression that goes E and then to A. How can we make it more interesting? Here comes the second riff, okay? So check this out, what we do here, we don't really play the actual chord, but in this type of riff, we play single notes, outlining usually the root of the chord. So for example, in this example that I was just playing, we start with the open sixth, which is the E. I play twice, then I play the second fret of the sixth. I play once again the E, because we're outlining the E. Then I play the third fret of the sixth. Okay. Then I play the open sixth once again and the fourth fret. So we got. Whenever I say 0 right now, it's going to mean the 6, okay? The 6, open 6. So 0, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, okay? And it sounds like we're playing And now we're going to go into the A. We're going to go into the open fifth. And we're going to do almost the same thing. we're gonna play twice the open fifth, second, open fifth, open fifth, and then instead of going into the fourth, we're going to go into the fifth fret of the fifth string. So 0, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 5. Okay, so. Then that's riff number 2, okay? And this was a very popular riff used in metal. People still use it, you know, there's like so many different riffs. Now, coming from this riff, we're going to check out a very similar, but a slightly different technique of riff that we're going to be learning right now. We're going to grab the same concept of E and A and the concept of single notes, but this is more used in progressive rock or more weird type of situations, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to outline the root, which in this case will be E and A, and you're going to bring a chromatic notes, okay? Chromatic notes. Check that out. So for example, anyway, so in this one, if you were paying attention, I was mostly playing, I was mostly outlining the roots, and then I was playing random chromatic notes in a pattern. So what I do in this type of riff, I start by usually playing the roots, so I establish where I am, and then I do some sort of chromatic pattern. By chromatic, I mean I can use any of the notes all of them. Okay, so in this case I play the open 6, and then I go 2nd fret of the 6th string, 3rd fret of the 5th string, and 4th fret of the 4th string. Then I grab this and I move it. I do the same thing, but I play the open 6, but instead of playing it on the 2nd fret, I move everything 1 fret up, and that stays. So, right? But you could also take it to the 5th fret, or you could do it upside down, right? And that already makes it like super progressive sounding, kind of like Dream Theater. I mean, of course, Dream Theater is like an amazing band, and it just it's at a different level, but you get the idea, right? And then when I was going into the A, the open A, I was doing this. So for that, I was going open 5th, 4th fret of the 5th, 3rd fret, and 2nd fret. So, and then I was doing the same thing, but on the 4th string, okay? So, and then I was finishing on the 1st fret of the 5th. So there you have it. And you're wondering, yeah, but that sounds kind of cool. How do I come up with my own? Yeah, for real though. It's like, grab a little motive, like 3 notes, and then like repeat it, kind of like an established root. So it's like you have a G, and then just be like, I don't know, or like, see? And it sounds a little bit weird, I know, but that's kind of like, I don't know, super progressive. Anyways, so the last one that we're going to be checking out is going to be more of a chord-driven riff. Check it out. So this type of riff was very popular by bands like AC/DC, of course, a huge band, and by newer early 2000s or late 2000 rock bands. And it's very simple, actually, the concept of this. The concept is to use as many open chords with distortion, right? With a little bit of distortion, and you are like... Because mostly we're usually playing like, when you use distortion, you want to like use like power chords and stuff like that, right? But in this case, we are, in this type of riff, you grab a chord, for example, like an A that we learned previously, and then you put a B over the A, right? That we were learning that technique before. So a D over the A, you would have like the 4th fret of the 4th string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and 3rd fret of the 2nd string. then from there you will come in, like for example, with an open 6, second fret of the 6, and then play a G, which would be third fret of the 6, second fret of the 5th, open 4th and 3rd, and then you place your ring and pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd and 1st. Right, so. And I would say it's mostly like a chord more than, it's like a rhythm more than a riff, but it's considered a type of riff because the idea of this is that it kind of has like a melodic feeling to it, okay? It's not supposed to be a rhythm guitar in the background. It's supposed to, you're supposed to start with it kind of, and then it kind of like establishes the song, right? It's like if you want to say like, you put chords to that, you right? So that's the whole point of this rhythm, to like have some sort of like melodic theme going on top in playing the chords, okay? So in this case I was like, then the melodic theme becomes but yeah, those are 4 type of riffs that I just showed you that kind of you can apply to your playing. And of course there are many other type of riffs, and there are many ways to see this sort of information, but I hope this is useful and I hope you can apply it to your playing. And that's it. As usual, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily guitar lessons, and there's a link in the description. Make sure you tap on it or click on it so you can download the tab. And that's all for today. One last thing, I would love to know, what's your favorite song by AC/DC? Leave a comment down below with your answer. Thank you so much for watching.